Welcome back to my channel. My name is Ray, and we are here to jump into a new series, Desire, the series, aka ABO Desire. so, I believe the other one, I've seen both names around uh, all over the internet. I think probably the original one was ABO Desire, but ABO, if you don't say ABO and you say it the other way, like it's a single word instead of an acronym, it's a slur. So probably that's why they changed the name in some places. Would have been better if it said like Omegaverse Desire or something like that. But you know, I get it. So it changed to Desire the series, which I'm fine with. I'm watching it on Viki, just FYI. I do know that it's an Omegaverse show, and it's Chinese, but it's produced, as I understand, it's produced in China, but it's going to air outside of China, obviously, for a variety of reasons that we all know and understand. I believe this is like, again, another like collab series where they are getting around the censorship by just doing it through like Taiwan and other places. Last one was Meet You at the Blossom, which I have recorded all reactions to, except I recorded a reaction to one of the episodes, but it got corrupted, so that one unfortunately is gone. So, but all the other episodes I have, and they're fine. I just haven't released them yet. This one, I was like, listen, I'm gonna watch it, y'all. If you've watched Pit Babe was, at least as far as I've seen, the first major series that like covered Omegaverse like themes in a show. And Pit Babe season 2, by the way, is airing right now. I haven't started watching it yet, but I will. I'll circle around to it. Don't you worry. I'm probably going to use it. I'm going to start filming it soon so that I can replace the next Prince with Pit Babe season 2. Just FYI. But Pit Babe season 1, if you've watched that, you watched the first episode, you know how I feel about Omegaverse. And I haven't read any of like the original fiction Omegaverse stories. I've only encountered, like, I was early days when Omegaverse started to come out, and it was, you know, a long time ago that it, you know, in the fandom world. So I'm not a huge fan of it. Like, there's not been a single fan. I don't want to say a single. I don't want to say that. That's a hyperbole. Most of the fiction fanfics that I've read that included Omegaverse dynamics were not good, and not just because of writing. It was just like very. But I've never read any of like the original stories, so maybe original series will be better. This is another show. Like, I know that there's been a few like web series, like small, like 10 minute, 15-minute little web series that deal with the Omegaverse dynamics. But after Pit Babe, I think this is probably the next biggest one that has like a budget. The first 3 episodes just dropped, and they're all like 45 to 50 minutes. So it's like a full production. There's supposed to be like 16 episodes as far as I understand. It's supposed to have a budget. So I think we're going to get quality Omegaverse here. It's going to be just, you know, a regular drama, but just with the Omegaverse stuff in it. And what else do I know about it? Nothing else. You know, it's a classic Alpha Omega story. Pit Babe was different because it was Alpha. Well, no, I did read the synopsis. I know that they're looking for an Enigma. So he's going to turn out to be an Enigma. So it's going to be Alpha Enigma, most likely. But I don't know what that means for this world. Because you can have those terms, but they mean something slightly different depending on who's writing them. So I don't know what those terms mean here for them. But I guess we're going to find out. I'm here for the ride, y'all. Like, listen, even though I've not encountered any really interesting or particularly engaging Omegaverse content in fan fiction doesn't mean that it's not out there. Just means that I haven't encountered it yet. So I'm hoping that, you know, these ones that get adapted into TV shows are actually interesting and can be adapted in a way that's engaging. So, all right, let's get into the first episode. Y'all, I kind of want them to lean in. Pit Bay pulled back a little bit from the Omegaverse stuff. And I hear season 2 pulls back even more than the first season. I kind of want this show to lean in. Like, what's the point of adapting an Omegaverse story if you're not gonna give us Omegaverse shit? Like, are we gonna get nodding or not? Like, what are we doing? Step up. Ooh, not a pheromone battle. Oh, y'all, I'm ready. Now, why are we in the pool in our pajamas, sir? It's a pretty location. Let us know exactly how rich he is. I hope he dried his feet, because, oof, imagine slipping down them stairs because she still got wet feet. Oof. Interesting that he put his shoes on to walk on the carpet. Sorry, pause. That's so funny to me. He wore shoes not to be on the hard floor where he could slip after getting out of the pool. But instead, he put them on for the carpet.
零大，唇色红，脸窄，长得白，得漂亮。这些是圣少与圣总过去交往对象的共同点。
Looking for a partner for the night.
你想见的圣总前任，总共32位，都在这儿了。
品味真差。
据说圣总从来没有谈过恋爱。您看到的这些前任呢，说穿了，都只是他的陪床。 送换成，也就半年。盛总若是真心喜欢，怎么可能半年就厌倦了
So he's looking into a right. Sorry, am I understanding this right? He's not looking for his own partner. He's looking at somebody else's exes to see what. Well, I'm sure we'll learn in a second. He's looking into this maybe a business rival's partners. And this guy was the longest one that he was in a relationship with. The longest Omega. I assume all of these people kneeling here are all Omegas.
这个人这么贴着信息素一直贴，还能释放信息素，他为什么要把和石头？
We're getting a lot of AVO language at the very beginning. I want to watch somebody watch this who has no fucking idea what Omegaverse stuff is. I need to watch somebody watch this who has no clue.
这我不懂规矩了，您大人有大量，放过我吧。这个人这么贴着信息素一直贴，还能释放信息素。
Suppresses and everything, huh?
和石头有交往过的 Omega 都叫来，难道是想要？
So what? I guess he must be looking into his rival or something.
1个小时06分。
真的很抱歉，这已经是市面上功效最强的抑制贴了。可惜对您来说，还是
Yeah, his alpha pheromones are so strong, even suppressor patches don't work. Yeah, let's make that a plot point. I love how over the top Omegaverse like storylines are. The handful that I've read and seen are always like this, just ridiculous.
已经设计出一款对您有效的注射类抑制剂了，只要通过安全测试就能投入使用。
Yeah, what's the catch for the injected
我保证
3天
suppressants?，
常宇，最多3天时间。
Why
我要拿到
such
有效
a
的抑制剂。
是，
Why are you in such a hurry?
近日，一种突如其来的病毒感染迅速侵袭全境，影响患者的正常生活。
Sorry, let me
affect
see.
the patient's normal life. Experts have found that the virus can be
这些
transmitted.
症状和感
Yeah, it
冒
seems
很
like a
像，
cold.
但程度却严重得多。
I guess that's the question. When did this happen? I did read the synopsis on Viki, so I know that the Omegaverse dynamic started because of a virus spread. But how long has it been now present worldwide that, you know, there's like merchandise for helping to manage your secondary sexual characteristics?
一旦感染，将严重影响患者的正常生活。专家研究发现，这种病毒可以通过飞沫。
Sorry, the entire AB blood type was wiped out? That's crazy. We're getting a lot of information here, by the way.
患者重
So
症
most
相对
people
较
are
低
type B
死
blood
亡率
types
约为
now?
0.5%。
在 Y46 病毒侵袭后，三元性别取代了过去的男
Yeah, trinary gender structure has replaced the traditional. Yeah, we get
女
it.
性别，正在成为
Not it. Got it.
新的最初
It's the politics for me. It's the gender politics for me. Not the bathroom.
还根据血型演化出了 alpha、beta、omega 三种性别结构。
The
三元性别取
likelihood
代了过去的男女性别，
this all
正
happening
在
in the
成为
span of a
全
few
新的
years
最主流的
is
性别判定方式。
unlikely, but that's okay.
加起来只占总人口不到15%的。
I'm gonna make it combine because we're getting a lot of information here. We're getting info dumped, right? Okay, so we gotta pause. Alpha and Omegas combined constitute less than 15%
alpha
of the
和
total
omega 都
population.
长出了性腺体，随之而来的是信息素的气味，还有分化后
Yeah.
出现的
Yeah. Oh, we're getting running. We're getting heat cycles, y'all. We're getting full on Omegaverse
周
stuff.
期是预
Yeah.
感期、发热期。不久后，为了能够顺利标记配偶，确保唯一性，但自然受孕率极低，降至了不足10%。
So eventually, that's going to be a problem. So people with B type were less severely impacted by the virus, so fewer of them died. They had a less severe mortality rate to the virus. AB was completely wiped out. You know, get rid of them. So all that's left is type A and type O. You know, because it's based on A blood type, B blood type, O blood type, and AB. So AB was all wiped out. So get rid of them. So it's A blood type alphas, B blood type betas, O blood type omegas. We got it.
很大一部分人相信，这种 ABO 的社会形态在某些方面无限趋近于狼群。
You mean wolves in captivity, not necessarily in nature, because that's not how wolves act in nature. But we're not here to talk about that. It's okay. It's fiction.
绝
Don't
大
worry
多
about
数
it.
人也习惯了 S 级 alpha 作为天然的最高人类，在基因
I
层面
need to
拥有
know.
其他
Pause. I'm sorry to pause so frequently in the first 10 minutes of this because I have a lot of questions. I need to know what was the time span between the outbreak, the initial outbreak, and the complete revolutionization of the entire world's gender politics. Like, because if the span of it was like 3 years, goofy. I wish that they had like had all of this happen minimum 20 years ago. Turn of the century. Y2K. Make it a Y2K thing. Y2K happened and all this shit popped off, and now 25 years later, this is the reality we're living in. I feel like that would be more realistic. But I don't know. I just need to know what the timeline is. That's all.
人群。但最近有科学家们发现，除了固有的 alpha、beta 和
Yeah,
omega
looking for
外，
an
可能
enigma.
还存在着一种独特的小众性别 enigma。虽然其分化概率不足10亿分之一，但该发
HS 集团挣了不少钱。不过，
Okay.
不过什么？ 这个醉汁和少游身上的原生信息素味道一模一样。
Not somebody using his pheromones, not bottling his pheromones.
味道变成花钱就能买到的便宜货，所以一直很记恨 HS 的老板沈文郎。
Okay, that's why he was looking for his exes.
少游，真的吗？不好意思、啊。
少游 ，OK，
我不知道。
怎么会？别听李波乔胡说，集团发展势如破竹，不仅在日化赛道上做得风生水起，生物制药板块也是经营的有声有色。
Oh, that's his thing
Wow.
though. Biopharmaceuticals, right?
你好官方啊，啊？
我说的是实话。
So he's becoming a
HS
direct
集团
competitor.
入局制药
Oh
板
no.
块不过短。
Yeah, yeah. So yeah,
被批
he.
国的最大药
Yeah, that's what I was saying. His company is biopharmaceutical, and he's been like the leading biopharmaceutical company for a long time. And this guy just started entering it in the last 6 months, which means he's pushing in on his market.
X 控股挑选为信息素腺体癌靶向药的唯一指定授权合作方。作为集团的最高决策人，
Sorry,
不过
Glant
短
what?
就被批国的最大药 X 控股挑选为信息素腺体癌靶。
Partner for targeted therapy. Oh, okay. Because yeah, I guess you would have if you have a whole gland that's dedicated, like a whole new bodily organ that's dedicated to a specific purpose. It would be susceptible to cancer, so that makes sense.
向药的唯一指定授权合作方，作为集团的最高决策人，沈总肯定吗？于山，
That's why I'm saying it should have been like a generation to
谢谢你啊。
show the evolution
特
of
地为我参
humans,
军。
like
咱
growing.
们兄弟一场，别客气。
Like, did they literally mutate on the spot and grow glands and uteruses and whatnot, or what
你
happened?
们俩先玩一会儿。嗯，我来了个朋友。哦，出去
Like,
打
it
球。
makes more sense for this to be
Yeah.
like the second
Nice intro.
generation
少游，你听玉山
after
说
the
没？
virus,
说什么？
hit.
这个沈文郎最讨厌 Omega， 你约他谈合作，可千万别带 Omega 啊！
放心吧，你
Definitely
消息
gonna.
这么灵通，要带呀，也只带你。
不是，我可不行，我只会喝酒泡妞，一听你们聊正经事儿吧。
I love this girl sitting here that's so
do it.
silent. Theoretically, she's another alpha, right? But she has no lines. I think it would make more sense if she wasn't right next to him. Like, because it feels like you just want her to contribute to the conversation because she's right there, but she's not part of this conversation. So why don't they have her over there with the others just doing the background chatter? Like, why have her right next to him doing nothing but just nodding at everything that's being said?
沈文郎见面，是不是因为伯父的病啊？有了。
So he's meeting this guy because this guy with his exclusive contract is positioned to be the best person to actually cure his father's cancer, specific type of cancer, or at least find a treatment for it, a long-term permanent treatment for it, right? I'm guessing he probably went into pharmaceuticals specifically for this, but somebody else is getting closer to being able to solve it. But maybe he wanted to look up this guy's exes so that he could either get information on him or give him an offering or something as a bribe. Like, I'm trying to connect this with what he was doing, looking for an Omega.
盛总您好，我神仙十足，底下人自然不敢懈怠。二位请进。
Catch my ass in the office that late for no reason. Just because my boss is in here canoodling with his Omega. Like, no real reason. He's just in here fucking his Omega and he got us doing overtime? Are you kidding me? Like, please, be serious. Yep.
是你。
He's still working for him. Okay. Oh, no. Sorry, did we time skip? He's extremely gorgeous, so I get it. I get it, sir.
意思有什么用？去，好好给邵尤总道个歉。
Oh God, why would you do this with your own Omega and another Alpha?
不必了，又不是什么大事。
No, he still has to do it. He just ordered him.
盛先生，我叫花勇，那天真的非常。
相信他们有很多共同话题。要不这样，我和花秘书带你去隔壁的休息室，咱们边喝茶边等他们。
盛总，我在外面等你。
I can already tell he doesn't deserve this secretary. He's really good at his job, you can tell. And this guy is a grade A asshole.
文郎总监看得起我们盛放，还特意把我们列入竞业协议啊。
那当然了。
I know, that's crazy. That's crazy to put a specific company in a non-disclosure agreement. Like, usually non-disclosure agreements are more generalized. They usually are about they're usually about like competitor industries and competitor companies. But in order to be a catch-all for any competitive company, you usually just make it a generalized statement, right? In the non-disclosure agreement. But to put a specific company's name, like what happens if they change their company name? Do you redo all of your non-disclosure agreements and contracts with every single employee? Like, that's crazy. That's crazy, bro. Like, that means that he's specifically targeting this company. Like,
在江户业界数一数二，
国 GDP 总量的30%。
oof.
说他是商界怪物、披国之手遮天的土皇帝也不为过吧？你们 HS 集团能靠上这样的大树，证明文郎总你也绝非等闲之辈。
It's the aggressive compliments for me from both of
邵尤
them.
总也在用我们的主推信息素香水萃汁吗？哎呀，
No, you made your pheromone based on
邵
literally
尤
his
总是
scent.
SGL 法，怎么会用我们的信息素香？
Like, he literally based his
我也就开门见
perfume
山，
on this
不跟文郎
man's
总弯弯绕绕了。盛放生
natural
物
pheromone
作为
scent.
首
That's
批信息
crazy.
素腺
It's
体癌法下
giving,
药的，
it's giving crush. It's giving secret love. Is he in love with this man? What is happening? Because why would you base your perfume, your company's perfume, on his personal physical scent? Like, what is the reason for that? Like, I guess maybe it's more insulting to basically sell his body without his permission so that people are walking around smelling like him even though he's not deigned to give them, you know, access to his body.
就单位
Maybe that's
对你
why.
们 HS 掌握的靶向药研究成果非常看重。
邵尤总的出价的确很有诚意，承蒙您看得起，
Blowing all this?
可惜
Well,
我并不缺钱，恐怕要让您失望了。
I guess he can't trust, like, let's say he puts his father's, you know, medical care in his hands. He can't trust that he'd do a good job because he's obviously a piece of shit, you know, who has it out for him for whatever reason. So he can't trust that he'd give his father, you know, good medicine, above board attention on a medical level. Like, he can't trust that. So I understand why he wants to buy the company so that he can take over his research and continue on, and find the cure with his father, secure with his knowledge that he's controlling his father's health and future. I get it.
350亿都说不动文郎总。
This beautiful shirt they got this Omega in. They said they gonna make sure you know he's an Omega.
手术费的事情我会想办法的。行，谢谢您，通融。
Omegas are always in like these really untenable, terrible situations monetarily or socially or something like that. It's always like this really sad, storyline. Or it's the complete opposite where the Omega is treated like a rare princess kind of situation where, yeah, it could be one or the other. I think he's going to end up being both because I'm pretty sure he's going to end up being an enigma. The way he just looks perpetually sad. They've done a great job. We're getting a real traditional story, y'all, so far. They might pivot, though. That'll be interesting if they pivot. What do I know this actor from? Him, the secretary.
花秘书，还没回去呢。
刚刚接了个电话，高秘书下班了吗？
路，我可以打车送你回去的。
Sus! Red flag! Absolutely not. Oh, he know that was inappropriate too. Look at that look in his eyes. He was like, how dare. Back
我
up.
可以打车送你回去的。
Look at his, he played that perfectly. Cause he looked like, he's like, you're crossing a boundary. 100%. What do I know him from though? For real.
信人像12号，麻烦你了，高秘书。
And he told him anyway. Interesting. But he still, like, interestingly put him in his place there. It was a fascinating dynamic that we just saw there.
不好意思，所以我能明白花秘书的感受。
The vibes are very different right now. Have you guys noticed that?
高秘书，
Is he in love with his boss?
你是贝塔吧？听人事部说，高秘书和沈总是
He's in love with
共
his
同同事
boss.
在沈总身边工作了很多年。
Is he about to die? Ooh, is he having an asthma attack or something? Yeah.
紊乱症产生头晕。
He's an Omega. He's an Omega that has been hiding that he's an Omega by using suppressants, like extreme suppressants, so that he can be nearby his boss because he has a crush on him. Got it.
剧烈疼痛等
Got
副作
it.
用。
He's been
严重的话
pretending
还
to
会
be a
导致休
beta,
克危及
and
生
the
命。
other guy
另
clocked
外，
it,
安全起见，止痛药和抑制
which
剂
is
也
why
不能同时使
he
用哦。
agreed to let him come follow him home. We got it.
但我是贝塔，止痛剂是我缓解头痛的，
Sir, nobody believes that.
抑制剂是我替朋友买的。
好吧。
He's been taking crazy suppressants for like
您购买的这个是喷
since
雾
high
式
school?
抑制剂，喷一次就可以有效抑制性。
She really said, I gotta run. Listen, I want to keep my job. So I'm going through the whole script, sir. Yeah.
我不是说过有关高途的事都直接向我汇报吗？请假。
请
So
假说是回
he's
去
in love
陪
with him
伴你
too.
度过发热期。
我记得高秘书是未婚吧？
Yeah, the whole I want you to report everything about him to me directly makes me think that he actually has a crush on him too. But he hasn't said anything. It would be crazy if the reason that he says that he hates Omegas is because he's trying to show that he's not interested in an Omega, that he wants him a beta. But he's not picking that up, and instead he's thinking, oh God, he's gonna hate me if he knows that I'm an Omega. That would be so funny, and that would be such a misunderstanding plot that would absolutely happen in a story like this.
你把我饭本的钱藏哪里去了？
没有钱。
那去卖。
What?
你是 Omega，再怎么样总也得值点钱吧？你个臭婆娘！
Okay.
生个儿子
So
是个没用的贝塔。
Oh goodness. Oh, she's probably been suppressing him so that his father wouldn't sell him off. That's wow. Okay. That's messed up. Okay, so but now we know that the virus has been around a long time, at least since they were born. So a good 25 to 30 years, probably. So I was correct. It's not like this didn't just happen 5 years ago. This has been a thing for a long time. At least 2 decades, maybe more than that.
生个女儿嘛，又是他妈天天生病的 Alpha。
记得你是贝塔，你是个贝塔。
So he's been hiding for a long time. To hide, you know, from the kind of bullshit that Omegas go through. Yeah. A classic story. A classic Omegaverse story, by the way. This is going to be a really traditional Omegaverse story, and I'm kind of pleased with it. Because like I said, I kind of want this one to just lean in. And so far it has.
秘书长，您找我有什么急事吗？
有好几年了，恕我直言啊，你应该好好看看
I
心理
know,
医生。
to work on
你对自己
your-
Omega 的身份极度不认可，甚
Yeah.
至非常自卑。
Yeah, you
这
need to
是
work on that, son.
因为你的伴侣吗？他不喜欢你的气味，还是真的？那你的另一半就涉嫌虐待？按
Not
照
him abusing
ABO
himself.
平权协议的规定啊。
不是这样的。
Yeah. Oh, I guess he has to pay for his sister's. I was about to say, he has a really nice job. Why does he live in this trash apartment? But it's because he's taking care of his sister monetarily, so all the money is going to her. Okay, I get it. I get it. He's gonna take this injection, and it's gonna fuck with him really badly, and he's gonna collapse in front of his boss. I'm thinking.
依照2单元106。
No, he sent. He came directly. Oh no, it's this guy. Oh no, yeah, his name is Hua. That's right. Sorry, I forgot. Oop! I just noticed that he was back there. Okay. So me not catching all of the names is why I didn't clock that the person that he was going to go see is your boy here. This is such a messy start, y'all. So, as I expected, this one's going to be full throttle of Megaverse. We're getting heats. We're getting redding. We're getting nodding, I'm sure. Like, we're getting canines, so we're getting scent marking. We're getting marking and everything. We're going to get a full, the whole 9 yards. Yeah, so, all right. Okay, so we've met, at least I think the principal characters so far. They may introduce one more principal character in the next episode, but right now we've got kind of like 3 mains. We have, Xiaoyo, the one whose dad has gland cancer, and who owns a pharmaceutical company. And then we have the other guy who owns a company that just got into pharmaceuticals. Don't remember his full name, but Shen. Both of them are alphas. And they have like an intense rivalry. Then we have, I guess 4. Yeah, sorry. I don't know why I said 3 main characters. 4 main characters. Then we have, this mysterious Omega who I don't know the timeline, but is one of Shen's exes potentially, or is not. I don't know. That was a little confusing whether or not he actually is one of his exes or if that was a flash forward. I don't know. Something there in the timeline isn't working for me. From the opening scene, but whatever. We got him, who's a little bit mysterious and is like the quintessential Omega look and everything like that. But he's a little bit edgy. He has moments, right? Did you notice he has moments where it's like, it feels like he's completely in control of everything that is happening around him, you know? So obviously he's going to end up being this enigma. Like, come on. Yeah. And then we have the other secretary who has a crush on his boss, Secretary Gao. So Secretary Hua and Secretary Gao, I believe. And he came from a really, really abusive home with an abusive alpha father. He has an Omega mom who obviously tried to protect him by making him pretend like he wasn't Omega. He was Beta. And he has a sickly younger sister, Alpha, who's an Alpha. And so he's doing everything to try and take care of her. And he has a crush on his boss, but his boss seemingly hates Omegas. And so he's been, desperate not to show that he's an Omega, especially in front of his boss, for a variety of reasons. I think there's actually multiple reasons for it. Not just because he has a crush, but also I think he just doesn't want to lose his job and his benefits and things like that. So he's been hiding and then doing all these kind of dangerous medical practices in order to hide. And it's taking a toll on his body now that he's like in his 20s, mid-20s, 30s, something like that. Yeah, so those are our 4 principal. I'm assuming based off of their importance in the narrative so far in this first episode. They've done a good job with this first episode of setting up the world. We got info dumped a couple of times and it was a bit much. That whole, let's give you the rundown of the entire world interlude was a lot. But it did, at least I guess for some people, give a Cliff Notes version of what an alpha, omega, and beta are. Now, I don't know where we go from here. The point of the story is just to show these 4 circling each other and figuring out their love lines. I don't know if we're gonna cure Pop's cancer by the end of the series, but we may make significant strides in it, maybe. I did wonder if the fact that the Secretary Gao's pheromone suppression was injuring his glands was going to actually become a plot point for the research. Maybe the reason they're not having any breakthroughs is that they're only investigating gland cancer for alphas and not thinking about the other gender subtypes. And so because they're not doing a holistic research into all genders, they're not making any breakthroughs. And his medical condition is going to open up that route for medical research, and that will actually help with the gland cancer research. Just wondering, because there's a commentary that we could talk about, the fact that so much medical research is geared towards, I'm talking about real world now, so much medical research is geared towards curing things for cishet men, right? And it ignores pretty much any other gender expression, and sex expression, oftentimes. And so a lot of times illnesses and treatments and things like that for people who are not cis men end up, either more expensive or non-existent even, sometimes poorly researched and so poorly understood, and therefore higher risk for other genders as well. It's an extremely huge problem in the medical community and the pharmaceutical community, and it remains a problem even now. The amount of people who don't know how to recognize a heart attack in a woman, they don't know what it looks like. the fact that it's actually extremely, like, women are more likely to go undiagnosed for like ADHD and other neurodivergent kind of disabilities, and they're much more likely to go even later in life and before they get diagnosed properly. Yeah. Medical sexism is a real thing, y'all. It is a real thing, so I'm wondering if they're going to do something interesting like that with this, and actually like explore the idea of bias in the medical and pharmaceutical world. Could be interesting. Anyway, enough talk about that. I mean, we're at the beginnings of this story. We've got 2 more episodes before I catch up, because they dropped 3 at once. So I'm going to watch the next 2, and then we'll see where the story takes us. We got 16 episodes to go, so we got a while to go. And each episode is like 45, 50 minutes. So this isn't a short series. It's like a full series, just like most dramas out there. So, I'm here for the ride. All right. Let me know what you guys think. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe. Going over to Patreon if you're interested in full length or early access to this show, as well as other shows, including other. Is this a C drama? I guess it's considered a C drama, technically. It's a BL. We know that. So, feel free to jump over there if you're interested in both BLs and other C dramas, because I got both of them. All right. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.
Whatever, all this ever, but you long gone, it don't matter.